Hello, good morning, and welcome to the fourth episode of Career Talks in Skillsforce. Today, I have a very good friend of mine, Dr. Malathi, who has joined us. And let me introduce her. Let me introduce Dr. Malathi and uh, what a wonderful person she is. So she is an associate professor in a very reputed engineering college in Hyderabad. She's qualified by UGC NET. She has a PhD in web intelligence, computer science. She has research come teaching experience spanning over 15 years. She has published more than 25 research papers in famous publications such as SCOPAS, ACM, IEEE, and many more. She has numerous awards in teaching excellence and student publication. So, you know how popular she is. She has a gold medal in MTech, uh, which where she has done bioinformatics, and her BTech subject was computer science and information technology. So, very, very warm welcome to you, Dr. Malti. Thank you for sparing your time and coming on this chat. You know, the intention behind this chat is to help students aspiring to become like you. So over to you, Dr. Valsi. Just tell us
Thank you.
yeah, just tell us
Thank you so much, Ganesh. Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity actually, because this is somehow helping the students. And
yes,
it's really a nice opportunity from you speaking to you like this.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you too for your time, Dr. Malti. So, Dr. Malti, I usually start with all our guests with a very simple question, right? What inspired you to get into this field, in this profession of teaching, especially after when we see the trend is most of the engineers, irrespective of what stream they are, civil, mechanical, etc., they all want to become software engineers and go to USA. So what inspired you to stay back in India and teach future engineers?
That's actually a very nice question, Ganesh. Usually, every student who completes their graduation, maybe BE or BTech or
Hmm,
whatever, they join this engineering stream in order to enter the software industry or an IT industry, whatever,
correct.
if it is a CSC kind of branch which they have chosen.
Yeah,
But here, actually, in the childhood, I'm a little bit fond of teaching, but that's not the actual reason for me to entering into this profession. Actually,
hmm,
after completing my BTech, there came opportunity. The first opportunity was as a teaching assistant in an engineering college. I
wow.
didn't have that time to wait for an IT industry. That was the major reason I moved into this teaching profession. As
Okay.
a teaching assistant, I did for 1 year there. But
Hmm,
later, because of the people who are around me, maybe like my parents or my siblings, whoever my friends, they were like just telling
hmm,
completing an engineering stream like computer science, information technology, and that too BTech. That was a very good boom was there really at that time. In 2004, the IT
hmm.
industry was in a
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
and I didn't move into a software industry. And what was the reason? So to satisfy all these kind of people, what I have done is I have moved from this teaching industry to software industry. But I could do it only for 10 months,
Hmm,
because the reason behind it is like I was missing something. Like
hmm.
I was getting satisfaction over there with my job, nor I could spend time with my kids. These were the two reasons.
Yeah,
So what I thought is this is not going to work out for me, and again I have come back to teaching, and then started my passion for teaching. I continued it till
yeah,
this
yeah.
state. Yeah, this is the major reason. And it's not just like that I have entered, because I have a passion for teaching, and because my mind is telling me to enter only the teaching profession. That was the reason I could sustain in this
No, no,
yeah,
that's
15
good. A
years.
lot of I'm sure a lot of students must have benefited from you. You have numerous student awards, teaching awards, and a lot of research papers. You present in many conferences, and this is amazing. Like so, I'm glad that you made a decision to come back to teaching after the 10-month stint at the software company because I am in a IT company. I know how things work, and I think you made a very good choice. And thanks to your choice, a lot of students must have benefited from you.
Thank you so much. And finally, I am happy. I'm happy, very, very
Yeah,
happy with
yeah,
this
yeah,
question.
exactly, exactly. So, Dr. Maldi, usually people who are looking at this field, right? And we have looked at a survey done by a very reputed agency, which says that more than 80% of engineers today in India are not employable, right?
Mm,
So they are not directly employable because of our system where we just pass, we try to pass, right? Just prepare
yes,
for the subject to pass out of that exam, and once we have the degree we don't care what was taught there. We are not really into
yes,
application. So that is a great survey done, and that really worries us because a lot of children are opting for engineering as a qualification. And if they are not interested and they don't really love the subject, they're just doing it to, get a degree and come out and start working. That is going to be very harmful for the country, because the country is throughout the world, India will have more than 40% of the population in this age group of youth, right? Which comes right from 15 to 25. So 40% of that population. And if you take engineering as a subject which people choose, 30% of Indians students choose engineering. And if 30% of this population takes up engineering, how many engineers will come out every year? And if they are not passionate, then it is going to be a nightmare. I mean, I won't trust them.
yes.
I won't go into a bridge that they have built. I won't climb in a automobile that they have built. So I'll be very worried, right? Um, so when you face these students in your classroom, right, do you uh, are you able to put that interest into them on the subject? Do you see that the trend in children is trying to make fast money, get a career out of something which will give them less work? They have to do less work and earn more. Do you interact with students with all these kind of things in your daily
Yes,
life?
yes. Actually, I do. Because what I want to say here is there are all kinds of students,
Mm,
just not like one kind. There are some
mm,
students who just come and sit in the in starting benches, focus
yeah.
completely on the subject what the
Mm,
professor is teaching,
yeah.
and they get the good knowledge, the subject knowledge.
Mm,
They get good subject knowledge, and there are even some people who doesn't at all focus on the subject, who
mm,
just acts like listening. They are listening, but still there are good students from that bunch also, who are
okay.
having very good practical knowledge, who
Mm,
will be able to sustain in the software industry and IT industry. That is a major point which I have observed, because
mm,
these are just the marks which we are seeing. The students who come to the college, sit in the
mm,
class, studiously study. The stupendous students who are there, yes, they might be getting very good marks, but they are not able to sustain in the software industry. Because
mm,
one major issue, what I want to bring out here is,
mm.
it's just not the subject knowledge which is required for a student.
Correct.
That is the major thing a faculty or a professor need to understand and motivate or guide the students in that manner. There are many other things. It's just not money, it's not
Mm.
just not job which will decide their life.
Yep.
There are many other aspects like life skills, being positive, how to overcome the challenges, how to choose the passion, or how to sustain in the industry which you are working. So these are all major aspects which are apart from the subject knowledge, which a teacher has to focus on the students. It may not be possible, like for example, a teacher when giving a session of 15 minutes or 1 hour, they have to actually spend 5 or 10 minutes on these kind of things. This is not being done in this present
Yeah.
lifestyle. So what I want to say is, this kind of teaching, when it is done to the students, then they will be able to understand, like, uh, for example, I want the same scenario which you have explained just now.
Mm.
There are a lot many engineers who are coming out these days, right?
Yeah.
Now what to do, how to sustain. Now, this kind of information need to be given to a student who is there in the class that, yes, you are not able to sustain in the industry. What are you going to do?
Hmm.
Yes. What are the other opportunities? What are your other interests? Try
Yeah.
to focus on your interests other than your subject. That is, for suppose he's in a called something branch, maybe like triple or maybe in a data science, whatever it is.
Hmm.
If you are not able to sustain in a data science industry, what is your other interest? Try
Hmm.
to focus on that. So there are many opportunities on this, like on this platform, because everything is online. So
Yeah.
what I would like to say here is it's not just the part of the student, it's not just part of the parents.
Yeah.
There also comes the faculty or the professor who need to train the students in this manner, in this need to guide the students like how they are going to live their life after coming from the BTech, like after completing their graduation.
You know
Yeah.
what, Dr. Malti, you have exactly described what Skillsforce was formed with the idea to address this problem. So Skillsforce
Okay.
also wants to reach out to students in their final year. Okay, um, give them the 360 view of how they would be facing the world in the real world once they get out of their engineering, when they go
Yes.
into a campus. So we're teaching them soft skills, we're teaching them presentation skills, we're teaching them how to talk with people, communicate with people. Maybe and of course a technical a course certification that they want to do, we'll train them on that. And this will be a 3-month kind of an engagement with a final year student. So you rhymed exactly like what we were planning to do, and that's great because you are connected and you understand the problem that is happening today in the engineering field especially. I'm not an engineer, but I think I've seen enough engineers in my lifetime that that is what the byproduct comes to us, right? In the IT industry, I have to interview all these engineers and I see what is the problem of those students not being exposed to the other aspects other than the books. So very well
Yes.
said. We'll switch over to Telugu, and we'll also I hope you'll be more powerful and more expressive in Telugu as well. సో మాలతి గారు,
Absolutely.
ఇప్పుడు
Mm.
మనం స్టూడెంట్స్ కి టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్ లో రావాలంటే ఆ, మీరు ఏం చేశారు? వాట్ ఏ ఎగ్జామ్స్ కట్టారు? ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారు? ఏమైనా మంచి ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్స్ ఉంటే మీరు చెప్పండి. ఆల్ ఓవర్ ఇండియా అయినా లోకల్ అయినా చెప్పండి.
ఓకే. ఒక మంచి టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్‌కి వెళ్ళాలంటే ఏ ఇన్‌స్టిట్యూట్‌కి వెళ్ళక్కర్లేదండి.
మ్మ్.
బేసిక్ థింగ్ నేను చెప్తున్నా. మనమందరం వి ఆర్ ఆల్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్ రైట్? ఎవ్రీ
మ్మ్.
స్టూడెంట్ నౌఎడేస్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ త్రూ దట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ ఫేజ్. ఎవ్రీబడీ
కరెక్ట్.
ఈస్ ఎ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్.
మ్మ్.
సో ఇదివరకు ఏంటంటే టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్‌లో బీటెక్ వాస్ ద మినిమమ్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ లెవెల్ ఫర్ టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్. బట్
మ్మ్.
లేటర్ MTech, PG. PG has
మ్మ్.
become the basic level for becoming
మ్మ్.
a teacher in an engineering college or a degree college or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And MTech or MCA. So
మ్మ్.
this is the basic degree. And
మ్మ్.
apart from this basic degree, PG Kakunda, we even have many other tests like yearly twice we have UGC NET test.
మ్మ్.
And even Telangana state, our state also, it is conducting TS set, that is state eligibility test, and
ఓకే.
national eligibility test, which is conducted in the
మ్మ్.
national level. So,
మ్మ్.
ఈ రెండు కూడా క్వాలిఫై అయ్యారు. దట్ ఈస్ యాడెడ్ అడ్వాంటేజ్ టు టీచింగ్ టీచర్.
ఓకే.
అండ్ అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ మెయిన్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే లెర్నింగ్, లైఫ్ లాంగ్ లెర్నింగ్. మనం ఖచ్చితంగా వి నీడ్ టు కీప్ అప్గ్రేడింగ్ అవర్ సెల్స్. సో
మ్మ్.
పీజీ చేశాను, ఆపేశాను, ఏదో అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెసర్షిప్ ఫ్రమ్ యూజీసీ నెట్ వచ్చింది, దట్స్ నాట్ ఇనఫ్. హియర్
మ్మ్.
there are more things like which need to be done for growing into higher levels in the teaching. Like, for
మ్మ్.
example, doing some kind of publications, research
మ్మ్.
papers రాయటం,
మ్మ్.
some projects చేయటం, ఆ projects ని publish చేయటం. This is a kind of another level. And the
మ్మ్.
research papers, publications ఏ కాకుండా even there are many other universities here in our state also and at
మ్మ్.
national level also where they are offering the doctorates like PhD programs. So
మ్మ్.
registering for the PhD program. So this is the next level, higher level for professor
మ్మ్.
అవ్వడానికి. So here
మ్మ్.
there are 3 levels మనకి అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెసర్, అసోసియేట్ ప్రొఫెసర్, ప్రొఫెసర్ అని ఉంటాయి. Like based upon the years of experience, these cadres are assigned. సో ఇనిషియల్ లెవెల్లో అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెసర్ గా జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఎంటెక్ చేసి ఉండాలి, ఎంసీఏ, ఎంటెక్,
ఓకే.
లేటర్ ఇంకా మనం ఈ టైం గ్యాప్ లో ఎప్పుడైనా సరే వీ కెన్ గో త్రూ ది నెట్ ఎగ్జామ్, సెట్ ఎగ్జామ్, క్వాలిఫై దట్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ పేపర్స్ పబ్లిష్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఆ తర్వాత డాక్టరేట్ రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అండ్ ఇది కూడా మనకి 2 టైప్స్ ఉంటుంది. రెగ్యులర్ డాక్టరేట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉంటుంది, ఎక్స్టర్నల్ డాక్టరేట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉంటాయి. అంటే జాబ్ చేస్తూ చేసుకునే. అండ్ యాజ్ రెగ్యులర్ గా కంప్లీట్ గా డెడికేటెడ్ గా ఫుల్ టైం చేసుకునేవి ఉంటాయి. సో అదేంటంటే టైం పీరియడ్ ఇది 3 years ఉంటే 6 years విత్ వర్క్ చేస్తాం కాబట్టి. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను చేసింది జేఎన్టీయూ హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి చేశాను. దిస్ ఇస్ 6-year ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఐ కుడ్ కంప్లీట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ 6 years. అండ్ అలా అండ్ రెగ్యులర్ అయితే 3 years. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ఫర్ ప్రొఫెసర్. ఇప్పుడు పిహెచ్డి కంప్లీట్ చేసి if they are having a minimum of 6 years or 7 years, then they are given a cadre of associate professor. Later ఇంకా పిహెచ్డి తర్వాత ఒక 10 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ప్రొఫెసర్ క్యాడర్. సో ఇలాగా బై అండ్ అకాడమిక్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఇండెక్స్ ని మనం డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటూ దాన్ని ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకుంటూ పోయినప్పుడు we will have a good growth in our teaching.
అబ్సల్యూట్లీ. అండ్ ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎందుకంటే మీరు ఒక ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఫీల్డ్ లో ఉన్నారు, మీరు ఈ ప్రాసెస్ లో వెళ్ళారు. కానీ ఇఫ్ సమ్మన్ ఇస్ యునో మన స్టూడెంట్స్ వినేవాళ్ళు, వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా నార్మల్ ఆర్ట్స్, సిఈసి అలాంటివి ఏమైనా చేశారన్నా, వాళ్ళకి టీచింగ్ ఉన్నా కూడా ఇట్స్ అ సిమిలర్ పాత్, రైట్? ఇట్స్ అ సిమిలర్ పాత్. దే హ్యావ్ టు డూ మాస్టర్స్, దెన్ దే హ్యావ్ టు అపియర్ ఫర్ యూజీసీ నెట్, then they have to do doctorate in their subject.
It's common for any subject. Teaching profession lo idi common.
ఓకే, గ్రేట్. ఐ థింక్ ఎందుకంటే అందరూ మీలాగా కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ తీసుకోలేరు. అంత వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ సబ్జెక్ట్. మేబీ a lot of aspiring students are looking at their own subjects, which might be social, history, or language for that
Every
matter.
subject is a tough subject. To speak frankly, నేను సిఎస్సి తీసుకున్నాను కదా, నాకు సిఎస్సి ఈజీ అనిపిస్తుంది. Maybe I feel economics or something else is difficult for me.
Yes. But complicated and very happening right now. CSE lo chala focus ekku undi. The whole world is going towards AI, data science, which you are an expert in. So that would be lovely. So మీరు ఏమైనా అడ్వైస్ ఇవ్వగలరా ఫర్ ఆస్పైరింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్? ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అంటే, టీచింగ్ అంటే అందరికీ బడిపంతులు అనుకుంటారు, అలా కాదు అని మీరు ఏమైనా చెప్పగలరా? వాట్ ఈస్ ద న్యూ టీచర్ ఆర్ ప్రొఫెసర్ లైక్?
యాక్చువల్లీ చెప్పాలంటే దట్ ఈస్ a wrong notion which the students are actually having. ఇక్కడ మనము 2 కర్వ్స్ తీసుకుంటే గ్రాఫ్ లాగా, ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇండస్ట్రీ కానీ ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీ కానీ మూవ్ అవ్వాలనుకున్న స్టూడెంట్ ఇనీషియల్ గా గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళకి మంచి ప్యాకేజ్ వస్తుంది. దే విల్ గెట్ గుడ్ ప్యాకేజ్. మంచిది కాకపోయినా విచ్ ఇస్ సఫిషియంట్ ఫర్ గుడ్ అమౌంట్ వస్తుంది. అది వాళ్ళు అట్రాక్ట్ అవుతారు. దే ఆర్ అట్రాక్టెడ్ టు దాట్. అయితే టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్ తీసుకునేటప్పటికి ఏమవుతుందంటే పిల్లలకి చాలా తక్కువ శాలరీ అలాగా అనిపిస్తుంది దాంతో కంపేర్ చేసినప్పుడు. దిస్ ఇస్ అ లో శాలరీ వెన్ కంపేర్ టు ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీ జాబ్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ యాప్ట్ ఫర్ మీ అని అనుకుంది. బట్ దట్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి ద నోషన్. యాక్చువల్లీ ఇనీషియల్ గా తక్కువ ఉండొచ్చు. ఇట్ మే బి లెస్ ఇనిషియల్లీ, బట్ లేటర్ అదే మనం ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీ జాబ్ తీసుకుంటే కనుక, as the years pass by, what happens at a point of time, it becomes constant. Maybe sometimes even experience ఎక్కువ అయిపోయి salary ఎక్కువ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత they will be even removed. ఎందుకంటే there are newcomers, చాలా మంది newcomers వస్తున్నారు.
That is a challenge.
That is a challenge which is happening. But when we are in teaching field, curve keeps growing. Never curve doesn't come down. మనము ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ పెరుగుతున్నా,
మోర్ సీనియర్ యు ఆర్, యు ఆర్ మోర్ ఇన్ డిమాండ్.
సీనియారిటీ పెరుగుతున్న కొద్దీ మనకి డిమాండ్ పెరుగుతుంది, శాలరీ పెరుగుతుంది, మన డిగ్నిటీ ఉంటుంది. ఇట్స్ వెరీ డిగ్నిఫైడ్ జాబ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. ఇది మంచి ప్రొఫెషన్ చెప్పాలనుకుంటే. అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఇస్, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ రియల్లీ ప్యాషనేట్ అబౌట్ టీచింగ్, ఇట్ గివ్స్ యు లాట్ ఆఫ్ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్. నేను ఒక మాట మీకు ఇక్కడ ఒక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను. నేను పిహెచ్డి చేయడానికి ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఐ హావ్ టేకెన్ బ్రేక్ ఆఫ్ 4 years. సో
ఉమ్,
ఈ 4 years లో ఐ డెంట్ టీచ్. అంటే ఇంట్లో
ఉమ్,
పిల్లలకి చెప్పింది వేరు, క్లాస్ లో పిల్లలకి చెప్పింది
అవును.
వేరు.
ఉమ్,
అయితే ఈ 4 years తర్వాత జస్ట్ రీసెంట్లీ వెన్ ఐ ఎంటర్డ్ అన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ, అక్కడ డెమో ఇమ్మన్నప్పుడు నేను క్లాస్ లోకి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత దే ఆస్క్డ్ మీ టు గివ్ 10 minutes ఆఫ్ డెమో. బట్
ఉమ్.
ఐ కుడెంట్ స్టాప్ అట్ 10 minutes. ఐ వాజ్ సో హ్యాపీ. ఆ 10 minutes తర్వాత నేను బయటికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత ద హ్యాపీనెస్ ఆర్ ద సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ విచ్ ఐ ఫెల్ట్, ఐ వాజ్ మిస్సింగ్ ఆల్ దీస్ 4 years.
కరెక్ట్,
సో
కరెక్ట్.
దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐ అంటే పిల్లలకి టీచ్ చేసినప్పుడు దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఇన్సైడ్, సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ ఈస్ దేర్. అండ్ ఇంకొకటి
గ్రేట్.
ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ 2 challenges మనం ఏమంటున్నాము, లెర్నింగ్ అంటాం. ఒక స్టూడెంట్ ని లైక్ టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్ క్రియేట్స్ అదర్ ప్రొఫెషన్స్ అని మనం చాలాసార్లు విని ఉంటాం. అవును,
అవును.
ఇన్ని ప్రొఫెషన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ లైఫ్ లో అవసరం అవడానికి ఆ జాబ్ చేస్తూ మనీ సంపాదిస్తారు. బట్ అదే లైఫ్ ని హ్యాపీగా లీడ్ చేయాలి అంటే వాళ్ళకి కావాల్సిన లైఫ్ స్కిల్స్ కూడా టీచర్స్ నేర్పించడం అనేది స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి. ఇది అవ్వట్లేదు. దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ ద ప్రెసెంట్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇండస్ట్రీ.
ఉమ్,
సో
ఉమ్.
వాట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు సే ఇస్ along with the subject knowledge, life skills also need to be taught in the teaching industry. అది ఇప్పుడు నేను ఒక టీచర్ గా నేను ఒకవేళ నేర్చుకొని if I learn, then I will be able to make my students learn. Right? So
ఎస్.
అలాంటివి కూడా ఫ్యాకల్టీకి మ్యాండేటరీ చేసి that also need to be imparted to the students. That is a kind of information or which I want to actually quote in this particular interview.
Yeah, good, good. That's a great point. And I was reading NEP to 2023, which is coming up. So
No.
NEP
Yes.
2023 has some of these aspects,
Yes.
wherein
Yes.
the government is stating that all educationists can go to this NEP portal and they can do a course. They don't need to go outside and learn. Online, they can do the course and see that you give a holistic education to the students, not only academic books, but also bring them life
Yes.
skills and a lot of soft skill subjects are there. So it is amazing. I think education will change, and you are a true example, Dr. Malti, of where uh, people would say that you are doing a job which is your passion, and that's why it's not a job anymore. It's like you're enjoying every moment of it. I think that's a great uh, interaction with you, and a lot of people will get encouraged to take up this noble profession. It's not a stereotype buddy pantulu as such. It is a great profession. You interact with a lot of when you do research papers, you go into conferences and all. You get exposed to the global community. ACM and all are global. That's something which students should know. I thank you for your time. I'll try to wrap this up and keep it small so that students don't have to wait long to understand the gist. But I think you have given a lot of inputs, and thank you for that. I'm grateful that you could spare time and share your experience. And with you, the way you talked is very expressive. That shows how much you love your profession. Thank you, Dr.
Yeah,
Malti.
thank you, Ganesh. In fact, actually, I am happy because you have given me this opportunity to somehow give some information to the students.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Ganesh.
yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem, no problem. The pleasure is mine. I hope people will like it.